season 2026 for them. 138 points for. They're always there or thereabouts of the Central Coast Roosters in this competition. Your referee is Josh Lee. Your touch judges Finlay Newell and Alexis Hodge. Game 1 of 4 on a Saturday morning from Albury Keach Reserve. 30 minutes each way. Running towards the northern end of the ground, it is the Roosters. Here we go. Underway through the boot of the Roosters. Fielded here by McNair. Into the run-on side. Go 10 short of the halfway line, the Bears. Good field position for them to open up proceedings. The sixth there is Fiaola Layla. Playing out the back there at lock for Murray. Jarmaine hits short. Norwood held up by the Bears defence. Now heading towards the post, trying to spin over. Getting bodies in and around the footy. But not enough there as they score the opener. They go for the plunge, the power play underneath the uprights, and the opening score here for the Central Coast Roosters. Five minutes and the opening try. They're noted as fast starters. Looking for the quick tap. Won't be able to go the quick tap with the high shot. Ivy Hagan looking around. What's the option they want to go with? Back to Murray? No, they go here to Tamete. They've really got to present a solid line here. North Sydney. Jarman. Second play there for Hall, who reaches out and scores. That was a decisive run by Stella Hall. Set up by Ngari Jarman. And just like that, they now lead by double digits. Sixth appearance this year and the Harvey Norman Women's Premiership. A bit of untapped potential there. A lot of players coming through in and around the Newcastle region. But the Roosters basing their second home up north in the Central Coast. Here along Woi Woi, Wyong. Home to so many current NRL and NRLW stars, as now the Central Coast really churning up through the middle. Tamete on the 25-metre gallop. Now Jarman, first receiver, out it comes here for Hall. Catch and pass. Looking to score their third. Stepping inside, will do so decisively. Moses Kincaid. Marley picks up a third. And it's one-way traffic at the moment for the Central Coast. By Hall. Hall driven back. So the Bears getting back into this arm wrestle. Jarman for Moses Kincaid. Changes coming now for the Roosters as Mariko coming into the game. Tui Tufu. Impressive run on the far side of the ground in the previous set. Play back for Hagan. And now fresh onto the park. Good footwork here by the Central Coast Roosters. Interchange forward, who's still running and getting an offload away to Tamete. Tamete will be too hard to stop. Started there by Mariko. Finished off by Aaliyah Tamete. And a 40-metre strike from the Central Coast. It's now trying to shrug a few defenders off. The Bear Downy back play. Getting some treatment from the trainer. Hagen in to McNair, who is taken one-on-one by Pilly. Eventually gets a bit of help by Corice. But a much better set defensively here from the Bears, but they get sliced open again through Murray. Murray going inside. Mariko has some toe about her, passing back on the inside to Murray, who falls over the line. There was some work to get there. But Mariko and Murray, it's M&M for another 4-pointer for the Central Coast. Stacked at the top. They go to the bottom. Here with Hall. Trying to dance around her defender. Does incredibly well there, does Fogarty. That gives the way the penalty. They look to end this half with the ball in hand, the Central Coast. Hagen will tap. Head for Jarman. Now here for Mariko. Good stint from her and Packy to start off the bench. Murray, Jarman, Tonga catching and passing for McNair to go. Tuitufu for the corner. Beautifully executed play there by the Roosters. They get the 6th in the first half an hour. And then the Ron Massey Cup. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on Mounties from 5 p.m. Crushing run over the top of Murray. Chancey, first points of the second half as Pilly has the ball. And she's incredibly close to the goal line, trying to break this defensive resolve of the Roosters. They head out here for Manuel. Cut out pass, heading to the wing of Fiaola. Zoe has it. She's close to the sideline. Uses her strength to stay in. Argate. Here for Fiaola. They remain inside the 10 on the last. Real chance here for North Sydney. Try and deceive the defence, and they do so beautifully as Begaspis pushes onto the ball and opens up the scoring for North Sydney in the second half. Ward the 6. Strong carry back off the wing here from Kennedy Wilkie. She's been an absolute handful on the far side of the ground. Yeah, Fiaola wearing the 6 for North Sydney, but again, has done majority of the general play kicking. Here goes Stella Hall, stepping around the defence. The last line there was the fullback in Fiaola, who made the tackle. And now breaking straight through, it is Jarman, offloading, getting it back here for Tamete. Tamete brought down 5 away from the line. Hagen. The fake ball to Jarman, the crash ball for El Shapaki. Gets the scoring ticking back over for the Central Coast Roosters. Their lead kicks back out to 30. Coast Roosters remaining in the white, remaining in the lead on charge against the North Sydney side. Go here for Hall, who has been very impressive, the fullback. Setting up a run a couple of metres short of the halfway as Jarman again decides to dummy and then pass. Here for Moses Kincaid. Brought down there by Harrison. Hagen tipping it on. Breaking through a half play there was Tamete, getting it on for Karawawa. And now they collect themselves and they keep on going. They keep on running. It's Lokeni on the far side. Back-to-back tries for the Central Coast as this lead opens back up. Back off the bench. Really opening up the playbook here of the Central Coast. Extended minutes for Paki. Coming on midway through the first half. They are down the blind with Nowers. First real touch we've seen from her in this contest. McNair to the right. Hagen goes left with Hall. Cut out pass. The middle's working quite well in a passing fashion. Karawawa now for Jarman. Unleashing the speed and going out to Kennedy Wilkie. Well, that was a really well-worked try by the Central Coast. And Sienna Kennedy-Wilkie gets try number 10. There was bound to be a time where she got on the board here this morning. They're running on a negative incline treadmill at the moment, the Roosters. Temete and Karawawa. The 20 on the field, that is Whakalilu. What an imposing figure she is. Tupou will play it back for Hagen. Followed by Temete. Temete just all power and strength and almost getting to the ground. Getting the ball over. Hagen. Jarman. Can they find someone on this open side? Kennedy-Wilkie. Try number 11, perhaps, for Kennedy-Wilkie, who reaches out and has enough reach in those long limbs to get the ball down. It is another 4-pointer here. Don't want to hand it over on play one as now Hall up against Argate, who's probably been one of the better defensive players out here today for North Sydney. The left centre. For Gaspis and Clarkin on the tackle of Koenig, the younger sister of Olivia Koenig. The ties that the Sydney Roosters have to the women's game down here in the younger grades. Impressive run here by Murray. Out of acting half. Murray still going, beating the fullback and brought down from behind. Still churning, but the tackle was complete. And too quick. It was called play on. The ball was there. Going back to the incredible stop from Layla Fiaola. But it is a try nonetheless here for the Central Coast. An 8-all draw against Penrith. And some incredibly close wins. 18-16 last week against the Dragons. In terms of an entertainment perspective, yeah, sure, they're a chance here against the Roosters today. As Hall breaks through. They're going to need a lot to go their way and play some of their best football. But if there's a team that can really drag you in and make you play the way they want, it is North Sydney. They continue to build the foundations. Murray is in that acting half role now for Tonga. McNair for the winger, Tui Tufo. Already got one here today. Adds another. It looks beautiful no matter which way they work, left or right. And Tui Tufo goes over, more or less untouched for another 4-pointer. There's now the Roosters scored off that play. Well, could you blame them? Last few moments here. And there it is. All wrapped up in a tight little package. It is full time, the Lisa Fiaola Cup, and an emphatic victory for the Central Coast Roosters as they get another win on the board in this season. Number 5 of the campaign, 64-4 against the North Sydney Bears. We'll take a quick break on Bar TV. When we return, it is the Tasha Gale Cup. It will be the Indigenous Academy Roosters up against the North Sydney Bears.